I am a mom of two kids, and in full transparency, I am not wearing any makeup. I am who I am. I'm an occupational therapist. I work part time for the school system, and I have a lovely husband. And I started this program a little over a year ago when I knew that I wanted to get serious about my health because we had had a sudden tragedy in our family, and it kind of helped me realize like I have one life to live, and also my brother-in-law is getting married and I wanted to look good for the wedding. So it started more out of vanity that I wanted to feel good about myself and make sure that I could wear a dress and feel like I could feel confident. But in my mind, I always felt like I wasn't enough. I was really beating myself up a lot every day. I would start my day with good intentions about food and exercise. And then at the end of the day, kind of feel defeated and then sort of let my emotions run in the pantry and then start the next day all over again, kind of feeling guilty about what did I do? Why did I do that again? I'm very proud of a lot of the things that have come as a result of this program. And one of them is that I know that my kids now recognize that they see that I'm doing this program and they are more aware of what they're eating. They are more health conscious. And so I'm really glad to be setting that example for them. But I think in a huge way, what allows me to be more present for them is the fact that I've been taking better care of myself. And as a person who takes care of children with special needs and a mom and a wife, I think it was really easy to kind of get lost in taking care of everybody else, forgetting that I really needed to take care of myself too. And so now I feel like I can be a much better mom and therapist and wife and friend and everything because I recognize that it's important for me to take care of myself. I have a lot more energy. I feel a lot more positive. I'm not beating myself up at night anymore. And that makes all the difference. So I know that I feel like I'm setting a good example and now actually feel more confident about who I am and what I'm doing on a daily basis. So I tried a program called Noom in the past. I never did any other program, but I tried it. And during COVID, it was successful in that I did lose some weight, but ultimately it wasn't really sustainable for me because it was purely based on, at that time, nutrition. And there wasn't an exercise component specifically. It may have synced with my Apple Fitness app, but there wasn't something catered to my specific need or strength training. And because it was just sort of like the app, and then there were different things like you could be part of a semblance of a community, I never really felt like I cared. I didn't know those people. And so once I stopped doing it in about less than, a few months, I probably just started right back to where I was. Even though I tried and I used the same concepts, it wasn't really sustainable for me. So I was kind of worried that if I were to start a new program, would this be something I could do and sustain over a long-term period? So knowing that you and Sarah live in Colombia, that you're women who are moms, who have been through this, who, when I think what really kind of triggered my interest was one, I know I'm an occupational therapist. I went to school with Sarah, so that was a connection. Our kids happen to also be in gymnastics, so that was a connection. And then knowing that you also have hypothyroidism like me, and you have in your pictures such great abs, I was like, how is this woman eating chocolate, leading a life, having children, but also looking amazing in a bathing suit? It's just not, I got to do this. I got to try it. So I finally summoned the courage to do it. And I'm so glad I did. And I don't feel like I could ever go back to that cycle of negativity that was perpetuating my life for so long. I'm so glad to be part of this community where supportive women empower each other to try to be their best selves. And ultimately, it's been great to have that kind of connection. So, with different programs in the past or different things that were successful for me, like maybe for a while I could cut out sugar or cut out chocolate and I could lose weight, or I could cut carbs and then, lose a bunch of weight all at one time. But then it would just come right back with a vengeance. And so, what I really love about this program is that any food is on limit. There's no such thing as something you can't have, or that you have to limit chocolate, or that you can't have your favorite foods. I just love the fact that everything can be built in. And that was one of the big wins, going back to one of the questions at the beginning, is even when I was traveling, I had a lot of different things that I wanted to try, I wanted to encounter, I wanted to experience, and I didn't feel limited in that way, that I could still figure out ways to build in some of those things I wanted and sustain weight loss, which was incredible to me. So I'm really grateful for that. And I definitely feel a lot stronger, as evidenced by now I can lift weights a lot more than I could. I can do a real push up and then do at least 10 or 15. Like that's huge for me. I'm so grateful that I can do these workouts and now not feel as tired or that it's as difficult, even though I'm increasing the reps or the weights resistance. So all of those things are really major wins. And building bone density, knowing that I'm decreasing visceral fat, knowing that I'm sustaining these kinds of lifestyles that can then promote health in the future. So the picture that you have of me in that bathing suit with the abs, which I'm very proud of, because I have to say I've never been an athletic person. I love to dance. I have played soccer when I was younger, but I always aspired to have abs or feel strong. And so that picture is such a testament to everything I've been able to accomplish. And I'm really proud of that. But that day we had gone tubing. We were in Costa Rica and we were staying at this beautiful hotel where even there I was able to eat like a chocolate lava cake or have a taste of some of the tacos or eat different things and basically be able to still incorporate that, making smart choices. So without going overboard, as I may have done in the past, I could really savor the experience and focus on making other choices that still helped me feel full. And I didn't feel like I was compromising in terms of what I could have or taste. So I really feel like my favorite part of it is probably a bunch of things that have evolved through time. So initially, my favorite part was how quickly I lost weight and then that I saw results. And that was awesome. And I felt validated that this is working. And then the longer that I did the program, the more I noticed other things like my energy level, my feeling about myself, my mindset has changed drastically. I don't wake up and beat myself up in my mind anymore. I feel more confident about who I am. And I am so glad that we have this positive community and it feels really nice to have that camaraderie and to feel like people care that we're here, we're working our hardest, we're trying hard, and it's life. Sometimes things work out well, sometimes they don't. But it's nice to have the support of the community, and I think that's been really helpful in terms of sustainability. And one of my favorite things of the program is you're real. It's not just a computer app. It's not just a pretend community where people might say great job, but they don't really know you or who you are. And it makes a big difference to have a personal connection. You should just go ahead and do it because what's the worst thing that can happen? Because people like to, always consider that like the worst thing that can happen. Okay. So let's say you spend some money, but what else could you spend your money on? You could spend your money on a trip or some nice clothes. Is that going to make you feel good in the long run? Is that going to change your life? Nope. Those are short-term gains. They are not things that are going to make a big difference, but this program really does. So many women have had such great success, not only myself, but many of the others. And with other programs, they weren't helpful, but they have maintained long-term success on this one. I think the combination of nutrition, exercise, and mindset is the triple trifecta in terms of things that really make a big difference for not only for me, but I know for others who I kind of wish more people would have made the choice. And I know they wish they had made the choice sooner and have written that before in different forums that we're a part of. But I know that it has really changed my life for the better. And for those who are thinking about it and haven't decided to do it, just try it. See what happens because it's been really wonderful and life changing. And we'd love to have you in our program because it rocks.